Traditional ways of thinking are destroying the lives of men. When you just judge things by the way you think they should be, how can you say you have any real grip on reality? I don't think you can. I think traditional ways of thinking are destroying the lives of man. I grew up without my father. He left 3 months after I was born. I didn't take it too personally though. I knew it wasn't my fault he got up and left with the dawn. I knew it wasn't my fault that he didn't say goodbye, and I even knew it wasn't my fault he was too weak to even lie. He just went to work one morning and he didn't come back. Until my 20th birthday. By which time I was like, really? Seriously? Your timing is whack. I grew up without my father, but that is not the definition of how I was raised. I was brought up by my mother. Are you familiar with the kind of woman who does it alone? Who works for her own? Who loves and raises, who disciplines and praises, encourages and nourishes literally and intellectually, always striving to bring out the best in me. The kind of woman who guides and protects, whose presence commands respect, whose laugh can make you forget the worst day at work ever, just by sitting and catching joke with her. Are you familiar with that kind of woman? She does it all without complaining, without blaming, without naming or shaming. Traditional? No. Phenomenal woman is she. Traditional ways of thinking are suppressing so many women in our society. I grew up without my father, so I am proof that it can be done, but that's not to say that I don't see the benefits of growing up with one. I just don't think that tradition should be used as an excuse to justify your own choice to stay. But the kids need their father around. Really? How many times have I heard a woman say that it's for the sake of the kids? I'm not doing this for me. I can't teach my son to be a man. I can't teach him the lessons only his father can. But what kind of man do you want your son to grow up to be? Look me in my eye and tell me, just like his daddy. And what kind of man do you want your daughter to attract? The kind of man that berates her and beats when she talks back. The lessons we teach our children are set by example. Do as I say and not as I do is cute, but where's the foundation to follow that through? We are their blueprint. A traditional family unit is a blessing, of course, but in what world do you know where a blessing is forced? That's not a blessing. It's a lie. The truth is, if he beats you, he can beat them. If he disrespects you, he's disrespecting them. If he abuses you, he's abusing them. Traditional ways of thinking are destroying the lives of our children. Admit it. That you're too scared to walk away. And that all the excuses you give are just the reasons why your children have to pay. It's okay to admit that you're scared though. How else will you know that it's time to be strong? Decisions are like traditions. They can be changed when we know that they're wrong.